Gentlemen, let's talk about the male byproduct. Good morning, afternoon, and evening, gentlemen. Pardon these noisy ass geese over here. I think they're out there looking for mamas. Listen to them bastards honking all over the place. You hear that? Did I say it? Good morning, afternoon, and evening, gentlemen. Hammerhand, the Mgtow monk, in the house one more time. Yo, man. Let's talk about what the male byproduct is. So I move this camera just a little bit over here. There you go. All right. Oh, yeah. The male byproduct is something that my brother and I were having a discussion about this the other night. And you know, sometimes these discussions, they just crop up. We're sitting there talking about fucking G.I. Joes and posters and all kinds of shit, and then it just scorched right into this topic. And he looked at me, he said something, and I said something, and he says, well, is it any fucking wonder? I mean, even goddamn Lois Lane complained about Superman. And then we both stopped and said, yeah, think about that. Sit down and think about that. You have a God that is interested in you. He flies, shoots laser beams out of his fucking eyes. Let me roll this up real quick. I ain't gonna deal with that shit for 10, 15 minutes. Can bend fucking steel, can alter time, can lift a mountain. He is the man, the man. And that's not good enough. You go back to Superman 2, right? Christopher Reeve. You go back to every comic book that has ever been put out on it. She can't be happy. She can't be happy. And this breaks it down perfectly for every man out there right now today. She cannot be happy. She's incapable of happiness. Women are so thoroughly and utterly destroyed and ruined as humans. They're not women anymore. They've got titties and they deliver babies, but they're not human women anymore. They're just not. Jeff Bezos couldn't hang on to his wife, Mackenzie. He's the richest man in the world. Richest man in the world. He looks a little girly. What difference does that make when you've got all that money? Is he beating her? Is he kicking her ass in? No. He ain't doing any of that. You know that if he was, it would have come out by now, and it would have been salacious, and motherfuckers would have been all over it, trying to shame every man in fucking earshot. This is what you guys do! Hold on, is that a $63 billion check? I'll take it. Fucking dirtbags. If Arnold Schwarzenegger can't hold on to a woman, if Lou Ferrigno can't hold on to a woman, if normal Joe out here can't hold on to a woman, Superman can't hold on to a woman, it ain't the men. It's them. Right? Think about it. They're utterly fucking ruined. It's beyond their capability. to be selfless. They are absolute selfish creatures. And they have been made 100 times worse since 1970. There's no coming back from this. Any of you guys that are freshly red-pilled out there that still have that blue pill haze floating around in your head, or that red pill rage that might be pushing you towards the plantation, you have nowhere to go. It's one of the easiest choices in the world to make. You know, it's a harder choice for me in the morning. Do I want flapjacks or do I want waffles? That's a harder choice. For me, it was an easy choice. Once I started to understand and figure out that it didn't make a difference what body this mind was wrapped in. It didn't make a difference if I had 22-inch biceps. Doesn't make a difference if you got 10 inches swinging. All that is a distraction at the time. That's all it is. Yes, they will probably pick those fuckers before they'll pick you if you don't match up. But the irony is that they will be looking for you down the road when they're all sucked up and fucked up, and they're broken and they're bitter, and they've got 3 kids with 2 different dads or 3 different dads. And they will be looking for beta bucks. It's ironic and sad and pathetic, and it's not anything that I concern myself with too much. We just had some broad on one of my comments, in my comments section for one of my videos. I can't remember which one it was. And she come off with the same thing that all of these bitches come off with. If you're going your own way, guy. I started laughing out loud before I got through the first fucking sentence. Why do you think it's so important for you to talk about women? You know, and all of that. Just trying to be a really condescending, snarky bitch. And because that's what they're good at. That's what they're taught to be. They don't know how to be anything else. You don't see them being nice, considerate, kind, and affectionate, do you? No. No. And I think I left her a comment. I'm pretty sure I left a comment. But it was more like, you know, it was a comment like, yeah, I did. I said, you know, if you really want to start a conversation, let's talk. But, you know, if you're going to be a snarky cunt, you know, I mean, that's all you're doing is coming on here just trying to get a rise out of somebody. You know, I'll just boot you. You're going to be a dick. You're going to be a dickhead. I'll just boot you. You want to talk? I'll talk to you all day long. I'll be happy to. But they don't want to talk. They just want to come in here and project. Because the man that they chose did not live up to their expectations. And there's this thing that floats around in people's heads, and they're like, oh, well, he must have been this, you know, bad guy. No. He was probably just a normal fucking Joe. You know? There aren't that many bad guys out there. And I'll go as far as to say that there aren't that many bad women out there. It's just that the herd follows these fucking dirtbags, and it really fucks them up terrible bad. And the things that they tell each other, I'll go out there and sow your wild oats. We want to be just like men. We want to fuck as much as you fuck. Except they don't tell you that it ruins you. It doesn't ruin us. And besides which, there aren't that many men out there that go from bed to bed to bed to bed. Not that many at all. But women, Jesus, they can't wait to do every fucking thing that they see everybody else out there doing, and then they're still not happy. But the point of this is, the whole crux of this story is, how can you be satisfied with life out here without a woman? Understanding, you have to understand straight up, there's no man on earth that can satisfy a woman. There's no one out there that can make it work. Now, I know a lot of folks that have been married 10, 15, 20 years. And when I get those guys in a private situation where I can talk to them, they will all tell you, yeah, maybe this wasn't the greatest idea. Because then you're stuck. When that new wears off, oh boy, it starts to set in real fast. You're fucking stuck like Chuck. Now I gotta roll the windows down because I'm getting fucking hot. I guess we are going to get some of that noise after all. I didn't expect this to go that long. But if Superman can't make Lois Lane happy, Jeff Bezos and billions can't make Mackenzie Bezos happy, it's not a matter of an alpha beta. It's a matter of them. Their expectations and the people that have run them into the fucking ground and weaponized you and your kids to keep that system going. Because they haven't found out how to weaponize oxygen yet and water. And they will. They will. They will. As soon as this system starts to fall apart, you're going to get an air tax. You'll get a water tax. You already have to pay for fucking water anyways. For the most part. But I just thought I'd get on here and run my flapper a little bit about that and just kind of put that idea in your head. It doesn't matter what kind of man the woman picks. Yes, they're predisposed to pick a certain type of fella. But they make all the decisions, they make all the choices, and they're still not happy with their choices. And when it comes time to fucking answer for that, when it comes time to pay the fucking piper and be accountable, they push it right back in your face. You were responsible for their decision, plain and simple, and your decisions. We get a couple of folks that are running around right now that some of the Mgtow and some of the red pillars are having a go at. And this one broad, the crazy blonde, who's got 3 different kids by 3 different dads, you know? Mgtow are cowards. They're just not good men. That's why they're Mgtow. Yeah, right on. Right on. And that's why you're on welfare with 3 fucking kids that you can't do anything for, that will grow up to be just like you. And they will let some dickhead man run right up in them, get them pregnant, and keep the cycle going. And they won't have any agency and any accountability for their choice at all. Good job, Mom.